Hello again, this is Grant Anderson, aka G for 3. You guys will recognize this vlog style. The last time I got on my page, I was talking about that I was leaving the city of Chicago, and the title of the video is When Ball Is Not Life. I'm in Grand Rapids, Michigan. I moved out here for a work opportunity. My friends that know me locally know that basketball is not my full-time operation. While it's really been my hobby and life interest for a long time, I stepped away from basketball to really pursue a lot of my life interests. So I want to talk to you guys a little bit about kind of some goals, some things I found over the years, and hopefully some stuff you can take into your own personal life to help you with your work and athletic journey. When Ball Is Not Life, part 3, this third time. Stay tuned. Social media basketball has risen to a way where people are sometimes lucky enough to do it full time. But for the most part, the guys doing it these days are former college players that still have an interest, maybe a media background, and they just still play. It's a similar way to just vlog what's going on in the first place. So that was my goal with basketball, because I got a career right out of college. Right out of college, I had a kinesiology degree and an interest in medical and athletic sciences, but I wasn't someone that was going to be in medical school. I got myself into sales within medical. So I've been in medical sales for almost 8 years, and I had an opportunity in July to relocate with my current position to a different territory. That's kind of how medical sales works. I'll call it almost like free agency, where most people don't stick around past like a 3 or 4 year contract like you would in an NBA team. You're often hitting free agency, and if you don't really have an opportunity to move on, you generally get released. And then you're back in the pool looking for another team. So like sales is just like sports, where you have to be competitive, you have to be working your way up, you need good stats, and it offered me an opportunity to move to a new territory. And it really put me in a situation where I had to put the basketball away for a long time. I still would go to the gym and find time to shoot, but my level of a weekly league or constant open gyms, that is over. So by no means is this my lane of hating on basketball, saying don't hoop, get a job. Indeed, a lot of people tell you to go all in, and there's a caveat with that. And I think there is a stat that says the people that go all in are more likely to fail on their hobby without a full-time job. So it's saying, I think another thing will touch on is the challenges to get into larger based events. So in the social media lane, I'd say there's 4 or 5 really big platforms that are kind of running all the views. And each one has become increasingly more challenging to play on. And maybe that's a testament to their success, but they kind of recycle the same players. I'm gonna take this guy, and then I'm bringing him to Cali, then I'm gonna bring him to Orlando, and then I'm gonna bring him to the East Coast, and I'm bringing him to DC. It's just oh my God, for the guys. And I think that's been a frustrating thing for me, to look at that and say all right, I'm playing in the Ones Basketball League. I'm surrounded by 20 of the biggest hoops creators that you could find, hundreds of thousands of views. Chris Staples there, Uncle Scoob, White Chocolate, 2 G League players. And since then, no one's calling. And it's a sign for me that it's time to do something else. Leave some things in the comments. I want to talk about bigger things than just basketball and social media. Get into more things about life, like finding a job after college. I want to pivot this channel to more things I can motivate and talk through questions that you may have that I wish I would have had when I was coming out of school. So I'm 30 years old now. I've made big life changes. I'm engaged now, getting married this year, starting a family. That's my initiative, is family, stability, happiness, and health. Basketball is a great game because it can keep you healthy, but in the same sense, it's got to keep you wealthy too. End of the day, like this page, subscribe to the channel. If you've got a few minutes to listen to me, I appreciate it. But if not, get outside, pursue your passions, and we'll see you next time. Thanks.